I was so
All right. Well, on that
First
note,
thing you hear is just the maid, like, losing their shit.
no, I have an itchy throat.
mhm,
I couldn't tell what the fuck that was. I just heard you just, like, make some sort of noise.
just dying.
Just dying.
All right. So, everybody, welcome back. I'm glad that we're getting to play again. Um, I don't have an especially long-winded recap already written, but just to touch on the stuff that we encountered last time. Um, we made it into Glassstaff's quarters, and his familiar, in the form of a rat, managed to scurry away and notify him that he had company that he did not want to meet. So Glassstaff got away uh, in the process of exploring the rest of the Tresendar Manor cellars. We encountered some ruffians, knocked him out, and we managed to get a hold of a new friend named Droop, who's a little traumatized, but
What was his name?
Droop,
Droop.
like a droopy eye, Droop. Um, yeah, and he was willing to come out from under the bed that he was hiding under, and that's where we left off. So,
Oh.
what do we do?
Well, let's get the fuck out of this room, namely.
All right, so where are you going?
Well, out of the room. I'm gonna make way for everyone else to get out of there.
I'm gonna like. Does Droop look really scared still?
Um, yes, Droop is still kind of shaken. Um, you guys did manage to get the bugbears that were in here roughing them up for their amusement, and and now he knows that they're gone, but I don't think he knows that he's safe yet.
Okay, I'm gonna offer him my water skin. And he's, I don't know. I'm trying to soothe him.
So Droop hurriedly comes to you for the for that because they obviously have not been treating him well. And he grabs the water skin and he just immediately just slams it back and starts drinking the water. Um, and it's clear that he is thankful for the help, but he's still a little wary.
Probably just ask him like.
Chug chug.
I'd probably just say that I'm sorry for the way that. Yeah, I'm sorry that they were treating you like that. You shouldn't have had to go through that.
Um, so
I do speak Goblin, by the way.
yeah. So Droop understands you very clearly, and he's really thankful for the help and for you guys getting rid of those bugbears. Um, so in all of this, Droop is kind of reverting from the people that had been formerly oppressing him. Now he's trying to focus on talking to you guys because you're obviously he's starting to realize that you're like heroes type people. Because obviously if you kill those bastard bugbears, you got to be good. So he tells you that he has information, and that he knows a few things about the bugbears and the red brands, and if there's stuff that you need to know, he can help fill in some gaps for you. Whatever you need, he says. Whatever you need.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, is there anywhere that they kept notes about their formation and movements and like anything you would know about that and their connection to like it's Glassstaff, right? That's what his
Yes.
name was. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything connecting like glass staff to anybody else?
So he tells you that they obviously, he obviously isn't getting like one-on-one time with Glassstaff, so he doesn't have information about that. But he does know that there are goblins around the city. They patrol around, sometimes with the red brands and sometimes on their own. So if you were to come up on the goblins, then you might be able to get more information from them. But he wants to know why you're looking for Glassstaff.
We have some unfinished business with him. And by business, I mean we're probably going to punch his face in.
So, Droop, fearing the idea of more combat,
We're not going to punch your face in.
takes a step back.
No, we like you. You're cool.
And so, in that fear, he kind of word vomits a bunch of stuff at you. And of those things, he tells you that,
Let's take I-64 east and I-79 north.
Sorry.
Well, okay, what was that again? We take I-64 and that's and then go to I-70 and then turn on to I-70 north.
Actually, yes, he does tell you that if you want to, you should go north, into the forest, because the only other location that he knows of is Cragmaw Castle.
Didn't we just come from Cragmaw Castle, or was that Cragmaw Cave?
That was just the Cragmaw, like a hideout where some of those
Oh,
goblins
okay.
were.
Yeah, that's this is.
And the Cragmaw
that-
Castle is where Gundren Rockseeker is being held.
Okay, so we got more clear idea where Cragmaw Castle is now. We couldn't get that information before, so it's something.
So
So like, okay,
he doesn't remember
So-
the exact route. He just knows that it's up north and in the forest.
the castle can't be that hard to find. The Taboo looks at Droop and does like, Droop, that's where they would go if this hideout were to fall. Or was there another place they would go? A sanctuary.
So Droop tells you that the only other place that he knows of is just Cragmaw Castle. So if they're not here, then that's where they would be.
Okay. We have one more person to try to get information out of.
Let's see. Do you know of the black spider?
Just at the mention of something called the Black Spider that he has no idea about, Droop freaks out and crawls back under the bed.
Hey! I'll start speaking in Goblin again. Just be like, we're not gonna. It's fine. Like we're here. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. I promise.
And so, from under the bed, you can hear the sound of his quivering body kind of smacking against the bed frame. And in Goblin, you understand him saying, no, Black Spider. No, Black Spider. So he doesn't know who that is, but he's just horrified at the mention.
Okay, I'm gonna like. If I get like close to the bed and like try to like reach underneath the bed and like calm him down, does he like respond badly to that?
Roll persuasion.
All right, paladin powers, don't let me down.
First roll of the night.
No pressure, but this sets the tone for the rest of the night, for the rest of the game. Middling.
We are whelmed.
Um, because you gave him the water skin, and because you speak Goblin, that's just enough for you to convince him to crawl out from under the bed again.
4 to persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I-
They're a
Proficiency.
paladin, so they got
Say,
their proficiency and high, and usually paladins have high charisma. So
Yeah, my charisma's a 15.
So, quick question for Franco, who hasn't played this campaign for over a month. Where did we learn about the spider something? What was?
the black spider, that was like from like for almost the first or second day.
Wasn't
You're
there
doing
a
this.
letter?
So yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll set the letter here.
Oh, interesting.
This is the letter that you guys found on Glassstaff's desk, right before he vanished.
Okay.
I still
So it
didn't bring that
doesn't
up.
specifically say black spider, but black spiders.
It's either an organization or a nom de guerre for their leadership.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I got it. Just was wondering where that came into play. That's all. I got it
Okay.
now. Continue.
Okay, I'm gonna. So you don't know who he is. Still in Goblin, just to keep him from just wigging out.
No, he has no idea.
Okay, that's fine. I just. You said you'd try to help us, so that's why I was asking. Oh man, I can't think of any more questions.
Oh, also that that letter, if you guys need that, that should be in each of your journals.
It is.
Okay.
Where would one find that again?
Click on the little paper tab, and then you'll be down under player handouts.
Yeah.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, then.
All right. Taboo's it's like everyone has been dealt with. If you have a family to go back to, or friends, or just someplace else you'd rather be, now would be the time.
Droop wastes no time, doesn't even let you finish talking, and starts scurrying toward the door.
Watch out for that weird
And-
creature in the cabin.
He comes face to face with Whitmore, and he's just shaking.
He's a friend. He's a friend. Still in Goblin.
Like, I don't know what to do here. Anything I do will just probably frighten him.
I'm
more.
still sitting down trying to look non-threatening.
Well, he can't get through the door because you're blocking it. So he's just like frantically looking at you and back at Theosia and back at you and back at Theosia.
He's a friend.
I just put down whatever weapon I'm holding and then say, I mean you no harm.
I'll if he doesn't understand, if he still looks confused, like he doesn't understand whatever language Whitmore's speaking, I'll be like, he said he means you no harm. In Goblin.
Okay.
That's only if he looks confused.
He looks very confused and
I'll
frightened.
I'll translate then.
So Droop is basically going to he's just kind of eyeballing, trying to move around Whitmore, and he just kind of wiggles his way through this space around him and just scurries out of the hideout.
Okay.
Oh, wouldn't have gone that way. Wouldn't have gone that way, but okay.
So, we know that Cragmaw Castle is in the north, and that's where they would go. We also have other obligations to fulfill around... Where are my side quests? we have other obligations that we could also fulfill as well.
We also have another prisoner.
We do?
Vondel
Yeah.
has been up there by himself.
Oh yeah, we should probably go take care of that prisoner then.
Vondel has a red brand tied to a chair securely. If you want me to make a roll for it, I will. But anyway.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this dude is unconscious and tied up and has been for the entirety of this exchange. He's been listening to what you guys have been saying, but he's not interacted with the goblin or anyone else in that.
Mm-hmm. So,
He's just waiting for you
So
guys.
I'm gonna make my way back that way,
Cool.
and I'm gonna try to wake the dude up.
Okay.
okay.
Vondel will take a step back and let you take the lead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get in that room and just like move off to the side real quick.
Okay. Theosha,
Okay.
you're still in the room. Big guy,
Oh,
what are you doing?
Vondel is. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just threw my character over there because I don't. Yeah.
I'll walk over into that room too, I suppose.
As Theosia is waking up this guy, Vondel's gonna sit on one of these barrels over here. His feet aren't touching the ground because he's a dwarf. Haha, funny joke. Anyway, he's got his crossbow set across his lap with a bolt, and it is cocked, ready to go. And with the a bolt that he's pulled out from his back, he's just like cleaning his fingernails
Okay.
as Theosia is talking to or trying to wake this guy up.
Actually, before I wake him up, shit, do I have? I will ask Taboo if I can borrow his dagger.
Taboo, go ahead and goes ahead and hands it to Theosia.
Okay. Then I will wake the dude up.
Okay, how are you going to wake him up?
Just gonna like kind of lightly smack him on the face.
Okay. So the ruffian, gets slapped on the face, and
Not like hard, but
yeah,
like,
I know what you mean. Just
Okay.
like a little, like tapping him on the face.
yeah.
So he gets his taps on the face, and startles, and he wakes up, realizes he's bound to this chair securely, in the words of Franco, and cannot move, and he's just giving you this grimacing stare.
Like grimacing, like as in he's upset
I mean, yeah.
or scared or
I'll-
like give me a read on this guy.
Okay, you guys kicked his ass, knocked him unconscious, and tied him to a chair. He's not happy with you.
We have a few questions for you, and I suggest you give us the correct answer.
If he looks in my direction, he sees just me holding my warhammer, just like softly hitting it in my palm.
Excellent. Good cop, bad cop. I'm here for it.
I'll be picking bugbear out of my teeth with my claws.
Fuck.
This dude just has 180 degrees of fucking savagery around.
Okay.
Whereas Taboo could just fucking blow us all up if he wanted to.
Well, it's actually he could blow it. He could blow us all up even if he didn't want to.
This is very true.
That's
This is very unfortunate. And now I'm high enough level to survive my own fireball, so
Oh my god.
So,
I mean, you don't know that. You can roll high on one of those.
Can I roll intimidation to see
possible.
if I'm intimidating him?
I also want to roll intimidation.
do it.
I guess you would just. I guess that'd just be helping. I think. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works.
I call that
Yeah,
help.
that would just be
Advantage.
advantage.
Okay.
At either advantage, or you could both roll independently if you really wanted to.
I just
wanna
want to
be-
roll independently.
I want to make him pee his pants.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So Whitmore, go ahead and get your roll.
1d20 plus. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Slash roll.
Flash roll.
Oof.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Same thing.
Well,
The exact same expression, like a la JoJo's on both of their faces, like just looking at them.
So the ruffian for a minute kind of starts, fighting against the stuff that's got him bound to the chair, and he looks up and he sees these stares from you guys, and he's just like, "Fuck."
I wouldn't do that if I were you. My friend over here, and I'll nod towards Vondel, who has his crossbow ready, has his bolt trained on you. And I'll motion to the other three. And they're pretty nasty in a fight too, so I would suggest you sit there and answer some questions.
Meanwhile, I just have a devilish grin on my face as I'm just hitting my hand with my warhammer.
And I'm gonna start cleaning underneath my fingernails with the dagger. While I'm sitting in front of him. Are you going to be willing to cooperate with us?
So he sneers at Vondel, and he turns back to you, and he just says, "All right, bitch, ask your questions. Let's get this over with."
I'm gonna, stick the point of the dagger, underneath his chin, so he's looking me in the eyes.
hey, can I do something before you do that?
Sure.
Mondo's gonna shoot him in the kneecap.
Fuck, okay.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Please don't shoot me.
19. Non-lethal damage.
Yeah,
Nobody's ever killed anybody.
Non-lethal kneecap
Shooting in the
damage.
kneecap.
Ah, my femoral!
I rolled a 19. I did not hit an artery I was not aiming for.
So you shot him in the knee, and he's howling in pain, and now he's on the verge of passing out again.
He took
I
an
mean,
arrow
that's
to
cool. I don't care. I take the crossbow bolt that I was using to clean my fingernails, and I finish up on the last pinky, and then I lock it into the crossbow, and I say, you still have one good knee. And I just let it go.
I'm not gonna do the dagger thing, because poor boy is already suffering. And I'm just gonna be like, see, being rude's gonna get you nowhere. You answer our questions, we'll let you go.
I just point my hammer to him and say, bad move, friend. Bad move.
And so this guy is just howling, and he's in so much pain, and he's just like, all right, ask your questions.
Unfortunate. Shit, what were the questions we were gonna ask him? Okay.
You were so focused on whether you could, you didn't stop to think if you should.
I know. Glassstaff isn't here. Where would he be right now?
He goes, "Oh, there's no telling where he is. Nobody knows where he is."
You have a decent looking face, and I'll start cleaning under my nails with the dagger, and then I'll point it at him and be like, it'd be a shame if somebody carved it up.
Or caved it in.
So now this guy is looking terrified.
BRB got
I'm the worst paladin in the history of paladins.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit.
Well, I'm chaotic good, so this dude's kind of an asshole and he's been oppressing people, so I'm technically not breaking my tenets.
Also, read this dude just now being scared. You also gotta remember that this dude was A, a thug for a long time, and B, heavily inebriated before any of this went down.
Oh, that's fair.
So
yeah.
now after being shot in the kneecap, yeah, he's sobering up now.
Yeah.
And so he just goes, I swear, I don't know where he is.
where are some places he might be?
And so pretty much all he can give you is the same information that you already have. He says that the possibility exists that maybe he went to Cragmaw Castle, but he's never been to Cragmaw Castle. He's just a grunt of a thug who's been doing grunt shit for a long time. He's never even spoken to Glassstaff. And
Sorry.
the only place he could think that he might possibly be is Cragmaw Castle.
What about the Black Spider? What do you know about him?
He goes, no one's seen, no one's heard of who or whatever this Black Spider might be. He legitimately has no idea.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all we've learned from him.
I don't want to. This is out of character. I don't want to kill him, but I also think we should throw him in jail for his various crimes.
Vondel lowers his crossbow towards the guy's chest.
Hey, Vondel, no. Don't do it.
Done.
Like, rip for real?
Yeah, for real. Make an attack roll if you wanted to.
Huh? Well, no, I was just gonna say we can throw him in jail. Like, take him to the town jail and be like, hey.
Yeah, as Vondel sees the, what's the word? Uncertainty on your face about what to do with this guy. Or maybe, like, the possibility of, like, not measuring him, Vondel's just gonna fucking kill him.
No! Okay, well, our DM had to take a brief break.
Oh, okay, well, whoops. Vondel's not gonna let this guy live. Not unless somebody actively stops him.
I probably would at least try to, like, be like, wait, no, don't do that.
You have a shield. You can just put it in front of him.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna, like, step in front of a fucking crossbow hole.
You could give me disadvantage on the attack, but to be honest, I feel like I'm...
I'll probably, if you go to do it, I'll probably be like, no, wait, stop. He wasn't ready.
He deserved it. He's murdered people. He's terrible. He tried to kill us. My character's not good aligned.
Are you actually not good alignment?
No, fuck no, God.
What are you, chaotic neutral?
I don't actually know, but I'm definitely not good.
You're
Hold
chaotic
on.
neutral. Yeah, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
Let me check. Feature, where is that listed?
I'm not going to stop
D&D
you.
Beyond, that would be under description.
Yeah, description.
Oh yeah, neutral. 100% neutral.
That's unsurprising.
Yeah. Yeah. So, DM, before you left, I stated that I was going to fire a crossbow bolt into the heart of this red brand, as Theosia tried to convince me not to. And then we also discussed perhaps Theosia could interpose their shield between me and said crossbow, or said red brand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to do that, because I feel like there's no honor in killing a bound person.
So would you like me to make a attack roll with disadvantage?
Actually, yeah, that sounds perfect.
Well, it makes sense because paladins have a martial ability. It's not all paladins, but they get a fighting style where if they have a shield, they can impose disadvantage on attack rolls against allies as long as they're within 5 feet.
Wait, do I have that?
You might.
Hold up. I've got...
It's a reaction, so it uses your reaction if you're... But anyway.
For the sake of context
I'll
now...
go ahead and make the attack roll, yeah.
Yeah. So roll it with disadvantage.
Oof, 9. I don't think that hits.
No, yours is dueling, so you get a +2 to damage rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Slavondal takes the shot, and it ends up kind of whizzing between the ruffian and Theosia, and the bolt lands in the wall right next to Taboo.
Probably look at Vondel and say there's no honor in killing a bound person.
Taboo doesn't even register the crossbow bolt, by the way. He's.
Vondel, as he cocks another arrow, or another bolt into the crossbow, not pointing at the guy, he's just literally just getting ready for whatever fight may come. He says, there's no honor in picking on the weak like this one did.
Which is why we turn him over to the town authorities for them to dispense justice.
Very well, Paladin.
Fuck cops.
Listen, I'm a
No, we're not.
pastor.
We're not giving them over to the cops. We're giving them over to the masses.
Yeah, like,
That shit is way worse.
yeah, I would rather.
Okay, that's better. That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
What is that from, Corey?
That is from a extremely funny anime called Binbo Gami Ga.
So is the bolt still sticking out of the dude's leg?
Yeah, that bolt's in there.
100%. Yeah, no, that's in there. It's deep.
Okay, I'm gonna break off the top of it.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
That's worse than what I was gonna do.
Well, shit, I can't remember. You have to push it through because you can't pull it out, right?
Right.
If it's in his kneecap, it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. That's just
Shit,
fucked.
he's just fucked. All right,
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna-
look how fucking
He's gonna need
spread
carried out of
for
here.
that shit.
I'll. How do I knock him unconscious so he doesn't fucking bite my ear?
Punch him
off?
really hard.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll make him unconscious with my fist.
All right, roll
I feel so.
roll an attack roll.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking miss. Watch this.
Just straight up 1d20 plus strength, I guess.
3.
You'll miss and inexplicably hit Taboo or something like that. Like just knocking cold cock him.
Any inexplicably fireballs us all. The campaign.
Oh my god.
It's not how that. Well, that's not how it works. Thankfully, that's not how it works.
No.
At least it
Okay.
wasn't a 1.
I mean, he's tied to a chair. They should have advantage.
I'll agree with that. Roll again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I'm not gonna do 5.
I mean, honestly, it'd be really hard to miss. They should have like.
There we go.
there it is.
20.
All right, cool. So, Theosia rocks this dude Epo style, and he is just hit so hard that he falls back in the chair, and he's just out cold.
I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder like a sack of taters.
Fireman carry.
Like a continental soldier.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm gonna start going out of the fucking hideout.
All right.
We
So
let's take the secret route out to the north because we might be able to get a clue.
Well, we're bringing him back to the town.
Yeah, but we don't know where this this path leads. It might lead to a clue there.
the
That's
path
fair.
to the south will lead, I mean, pretty much straight to the forest. The path that Glassstaff took out, the secret pathway. Who knows?
I thought
would
it
Looks like it goes down.
No, it goes up.
Oh, it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
up? Okay.
I thought it literally just went up a level to where we were, but like we kind of circled around the escape.
Okay, so are you going out through the forest, or are you going out through the secret door?
We'll go out to secret door.
I would rather not. But if somebody goes ahead of me, I guess I will carry
Rondo
this.
will take the lead and look for traps.
Taboo will fall behind.
I'll follow Taboo with Dude Man over my shoulder.
We didn't even ask his name. What a bust.
I'm gonna... If anything bad happens, I'm gonna use this man as an improvised weapon.
Good.
He doesn't have a name tag. He's got no chance.
You should use him as not improvised shield, but just an actual shield.
All right.
I'll-
So, you guys decide to go up through the same route that the Glassstaff disappeared through, and
Yep.
that leads you to
Whoa.
Bum
Okay.
bum bum.
Oh,
The
pretty much
Agni-
just right to the top of the ruins, like nothing has happened.
That's
Oh.
fine.
Alright.
So now you guys are back in town. Well, you're out. You're at Tressendar Manor.
As we walk out, I question Theosia, since they seem to be the one who is determined to turn this person in.
Moral compass. Oh.
Yeah, that's literally exactly why I asked you. I asked you who we should turn this person over to, specifically.
Why don't we go to the Town Master's Hall?
I was gonna say whatever the equivalent of the mayor is.
Yeah, who's
The mayor's a huge cock, remember?
Oh yeah, well yeah.
He's a
I
coward.
just want to rub it into his face that we did his job for him. But also, what time is it? Because I feel like we show up at 2 in the morning with this bloody man with a fucking bolt in his knee.
What are they gonna do? We're adventurers. We'll kick their asses. That was Frank, not Vandal.
That's a Divinity 2 logic there. Like, we'll just end up let's kill everybody if we have to. But that's literally an option. You'll
We've
probably will.
done it multiple times. It's great.
Yeah, it's not great. I try to avoid that.
So yeah, for the sake of this, we will say that it's daytime.
Because we left early light, I think.
Yeah, we did. It's
yeah.
probably like 4.
Yeah, it's
3.
like afternoon ish. Like the sun is still out. Like, not an issue at all.
So maybe we should take him to the hall, the Town Master's Hall, maybe.
Sure. Londo doesn't care.
All right, is that what we're doing?
Sure.
He's definitely not gonna have a solo session and come back and murder this guy later. That's ridiculous.
Let's just go. It's something we gotta do there. So.
All right.
We didn't get Glassstaff, so that's the unfortunate part. We did cleared up a lot of the ruffians and whatnot.
So so you guys decide that you're going to go to the Town Master's Hall. So as you make your way through town, with this red brand on your shoulder, you can see a couple of odd looks, just from people in the town, being confused at, like, what's going on with this bloody man who's leaking.
Leaking.
And you make it to the Town Master's Hall. The Town Master's Hall, it has 30 stone walls. It's a pitched wooden roof and a bell tower at the back. As you walk up, you notice that there's a big public post board. And posted on that board is a notice written in common, and it says, "Reward: Orcs near Wyvern Tor.
Ooh.
Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within." The notice bears the town's seal and an indecipherable signature. And so, and as you guys go ahead and make it in, you notice, the building, the interior of the building is really nice. There's not very many people in there, but you see very clearly at a desk almost as soon as you walk in, this fat, pompous douche,
Again.
Town Master
We've
Harbin
seen him
Wester.
before.
Town Master Douche Supreme.
And so he's just sitting there scribbling at a desk as you guys walk in.
Yeah. Does he even look up at us, or is he like, "Well, I'm too important and busy to look up at you"?
No, he hears the footsteps. He doesn't look up. He's still just scribbling.
These circles things. Unless somebody actually needs him for attention, because if it's a bustling area, hearing people moving around is normal. So,
I'm gonna.
There's, like-
Oops, sorry.
we cleared out. Is this we have cleared out the manor?
And I will, set the dude down, not just drop him, but set him down with a thump, an audible thump.
So Town Master Wester really doesn't even look up when Taboo speaks, but he hears
You're-
the thump, and he just
You're welcome.
he panicked and he goes, "Oh, what's happening here? What's going on here? What is this? What is this whole kerfuffle? What's going on here?"
We did your job for you. The red brands are mostly cleared out for now. You're welcome.
He
Can
goes,
I ask a real quick question?
"What's up?"
So earlier on at the Lion Shield, we met somebody. What was their name?
Lenine.
Yeah, Lenine Greywind.
Lenine mentioned that the red brands were a problem, right?
She did.
Yeah, but we had to kill Glassstaff to get the reward from her.
Did they say that specifically?
Yeah, they told us like us that defeat Glassstaff and whatnot. And they'd reward us.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the reward. I'm just asking if that is the person who told us about the red brands.
Pretty sure, yes.
Yeah. She is the specific NPC that brought that up.
Okay, I think that Bondo would go and speak with them. So you can resolve all this, but Bondo would probably go talk to them.
So, are you leaving the party right now?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vondel.
Before we got there. But, I mean, it's literally like across the street if you look at the map. So it's
Yeah.
also not.
So Vondel leaves, and it's still the three of you plus a giant bear in the form of Big Guy. And what were you about to say, Theosia?
You're welcome.
Sorry for the interruption. Just wanted to check.
No, you're fine. And so he goes, oh, where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of them?
Dead or scattered?
So, Townmaster Harbin he looks at you and he looks at the, crumpled up body of this dude on the ground. He goes,
He's still alive.
yeah,
By the way.
yeah. So, he's just kind of like, whoa, maybe I've misjudged you. Maybe you are more capable and not troublemakers like I thought you might be. And so he like walks out from around his desk and he sees the guy and he just kind of like nudges him with his foot. And he goes, Kristen! And he's like snapping his fingers like a fucking asshole. He's just, Kristen! He goes, get this man in the cell. And he pulls out his keys to the cells, of which there are only 2. So thankfully, because you only brought 1, there's room for this guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading Frank's notes on barkskin animal shaping. Anyway, so this ruffian's thrown in the cage, and he and Harbin Wester's just really surprised that you guys did that. So now that he's gotten this guy locked up, he takes a seat behind his desk again, and he kind of folds his hands and kind of gives you guys a very intense look. And he goes, "We have some trouble, and we need you to take a look at it. Did you happen to take a look at the post on the board outside?"
I mean, it was there, yes.
"Oh, I could do without your sass. Is there anyone else that's willing to speak to me?"
Taboo can speak.
So Townmaster Wester turns and looks at Taboo, and he raises an eyebrow.
Taboo, like, waves.
Oh,
He goes,
Baby.
"Well, I guess even the tiefling has more sense than this lady. All right.
I'm gonna step up to him and
Whoa,
be like, "You better
now.
shut your fucking mouth." No one talks about him like that.
Maybe Vondel left at the wrong time.
Maybe he did.
I can handle
I'm not
things.
there. I'm not there.
His shenanigan senses are tingling.
So, emboldened by the removal of the red brands and his constant fury at Theosia, Townmaster Harbin stands up and he says, "This is the last time you're going to speak to me like that, because I'm
is
going to
the
have
last
someone
time.
take care of this."
This
Just-
is the last time you speak to my friend like that.
Just for record, Rastaff is still on the loose. He did escape.
So, when all this happens, he goes, he bangs on the desk, almost like J. Jonah Jameson, and he says, "Get me that Lord's Alliance man in here right now!" And you guys look off to a door on the side, and you just hear a voice go, "Easy, easy. All of this is not necessary." And lo and behold, Sildar Hallwinter is in the room.
Hey, friend Sildar, we went to see if you wanted to help us, but you were away from the inn, so we had to go without you. Very, very sorry.
He laughs. He goes, "That's okay, friend Taboo. I had to handle some business for the Lord's Alliance, so I wasn't there anymore. But I'm here now, and it seems like I need to put this fire out."
How are your wounds? Are you recovered?
And he just kind of he laughs because I mean he's been relaxing for a little bit, and he slaps his belly. And he goes, "I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm fine, but thank you for asking." And he goes, "Now you." And he walks over to Theosia, and he goes, "I understand your frustration, but you have to understand, this man is this town's elected representative. Can you please try to find a way to work with this man?"
This man insulted my friend. And I will gesture to Taboo.
Okay. So he just goes, "Huh. Well, alright." He turns to Taboo, and he draws his sword. And he says, "Friend Taboo, how would you like me to handle this?"
Oh.
Taboo is used to worse. Taboo doesn't really care. Taboo does what people say about Taboo.
And so Sildar turns and just looks at Theosia with the sword still out. He goes, "See? Not even Taboo is concerned about this." So he resheaths the sword and he says, "Listen,
Taboo appreciates Theosia's kindness.
It's still rude.
I understand." And Harbin's just still sitting there fuming. He's just like, "We have more important things to do. People need to be safe. Let's put aside these differences and get down to business."
Taboo was not fast enough to catch Rastaff. Taboo is sorry.
"I'm sure you did your best, friend Taboo. Everything is fine. Now, Townmaster, if you would please tell these people what you need them to do, they might be inclined to help you." And so Harbin goes, "Oh, yes, that's right. Anyway, if you've seen the sign on the board, you know that there's a band of orcs near Wyvern Tor. We need to take this out, take this band of orcs out, because they've been, harassing travelers on the roads. We know that they've attacked some. We have no idea how many they may have killed. So if you have the capacity to handle that, this town would be thankful if you could handle that."
Well, if we are one thing, we are efficient, so I'm sure we can take care of it for you.
He goes, "Oh yes, thank you." So, he's like, "Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to work." So he literally just stops paying attention to everything that's happening and just goes head back down and starts scribbling again. Sildar turns to Theosia and says, "See, that wasn't so bad. If you don't mind, walk with me for a moment." And he kind of he walks out of the room.
I'll follow him.
What about the rest of the group?
Taboo thanks everyone for their time and goes.
I follow.
All right.
I suppose I'll walk out too?
I mean, you can stay with the town master if you want to.
No, no, please no.
You walked up
Please, for the
straight
love of
to hang
God.
out with me.
He was a few choice words away from me tagging him.
So Sildar walks down a long hallway in the center of the town master's hall, and sort of veers off into a little side room with a table that's just big enough for everybody to sit and be comfortable. He goes, "Please, friends, make yourselves at home." And
There's a chair. I'll pop a squat.
yeah, there are definitely chairs. I don't think there's chairs for bears, but there are chairs.
I can
I don't
swap
think
out.
I don't think the
It's
chairs
probably been close
discriminate.
to an hour by now.
Say what?
It's probably been close to an hour, so I can probably swap out a bear form and remove my bark skin and all that, and sit down. Well, is there a chair big enough for a furball?
There is a chair big enough for a fearball.
Okay, I can sit down then.
What about a half orc?
There's definitely a chair big enough for a half orc.
Okay.
I love that this is the focus. Oh, so
We're not very small people except for the dwarf.
that's true.
And
Hmm?
I was just gonna say I'm decently small,
Yeah, you're elf. You're average.
half elf.
Half elf.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a dwarf weighs more than a elf or a half elf.
Oh, we probably shouldn't argue the.
Just saying, I'm stocky. You know,
Yeah,
5 foot, 200 pounds.
He
That's
thick.
all I'm saying.
Vondel's dummy thick.
Bondle is dummy thick.
I'm trying to sneak up on Glassstaff, but I'm dummy.
Big guy, you could retcon it. You could still come hang out with me. Probably way cooler than whatever they're doing.
yeah. I mean, if you decide that you want to go and follow up with Vondel, like that's a thing you can definitely do right now.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You made a great choice. I have no
is this-
plan.
Is this retconned? Am I awkwardly sitting down and then getting back up? and
You're
making
awkwardly
it-
sitting down and getting back up.
I mean, you're a bear. Nobody expects anything from you.
Well, he's back in his pure bulk form now. So, big guy sits, hesitates for a moment, and then stands back up. And Sildar just kind of just looks at him, really confused, like.
I'll say,
I think it'd be way funnier if he sits down as a bear, turns into a furball, and then gets up and walks out.
Damn it.
Amazing.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go with that. So he sits down as a bear, and transforms and gets up. And Sildar is twice as confused as he was a second ago.
I'll say that I'm gonna go check on Vondel, and I'll head out.
I just say to Sildar, we don't know either.
I mean, honestly, Bondle did not know that Stellar would be there, so that is why he is over here at the Lion Shield Coster.
So Sildar just kind of like shakes his head and just, does he always do that?
He's an enigma. We haven't really figured him out yet.
No, he's a druid. Oh, God. Okay.
Anyway, so Sildar goes, all right then. So in the time that you all have been gone, there have been some recent developments that I wanted to fill you in on. Stuff that I think is very pertinent to your own missions. The first thing is that I have been wanting to try to figure out what's going on with the location of where I suspect, or where we suspect, Gundren is possibly being held. In whatever has transpired between you and the Bloody Red brand that you brought back, have you guys located any information about where Cragmont Castle might be?
North, he said.
That's Yep. North is the only real information we've gotten. I mean, it's a castle. It can't be that difficult to find unless the forest is extremely lush.
Oh, yes. In case you haven't been very familiar with this area, just to the north of here, there is the Neverwinter Wood, just below Mount Hogno, and it is very lush. So there is a chance that we may have to do some finding, but knowing that it is north and in the forest is very useful information. What was I going to say to you? I would suggest that if you guys are able, you should go to the north, and you should put pressure on those Cragmaw goblins that may be just below the wood. What I would suggest, in addition to that, is searching the lands around the Tribord Trail. I think that you may find information on more directions in that area. And if you guys are able to defeat or drive off that tribe's chieftain, I can give you a reward for this. I'm able to give you 500 gold pieces for taking care of their chieftain.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sound. Ooh. What's this?
Fuck off.
Gold?
Sorry. Gold, you say? No, just kidding. I do like being compensated, so I am definitely in
I'm
favor
the king
this
of
plan.
compensating, okay?
All right then.
All right.
I'm 4 foot tall, fuck off.
In addition to that, there is one more pressing matter that I'd like to speak with you about. While you were gone, I spent time questioning many of the locals in town, trying to find out information about a man who was also a member of the Lord's Alliance, Iarno Albrecht. He disappeared exploring the area around Tresindar Manor around 2 months ago.
Taboo shows the letter to Sildar when he says that name.
Oh, what is this? So, he takes the letter from you and takes a minute to look it over. Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me, capture them if you can. Dwarven maps in their possession. I'm counting on you. Don't just... Oh my word. I don't believe it. Where did you find this?
When we are searching the personal area of Glassstaff, it seems they are one and the same.
No. I can't believe this. Iarno betrayed the Lord's Alliance?
Some people will do anything if the coin's right.
Bloody hellfire. Alright. Well, in that case, we need to find this Glassstaff. We need to have him captured and transported to Neverwinter to face judgment. Do you know anything about his whereabouts?
Only that he's north.
The only place that the Red Bands seem to be agreed on is that the only other major location they have is Cragmod Castle. So there are others, Goblin patrols and some Red Band patrol and also Red Band patrols with Goblin reinforcements. But it seems so far none of them know the exact location of the castle. If there's another place they go to ground when they flee or when they face trouble, it has not been revealed.
Hey, Corey, you're echoing a bit.
It might be going through somebody else. Oh wait, is that doing that damn thing again? I don't see the chat thing on here.
Yeah, it's not echoing for me.
It is for me. I don't know what that's about.
Like I don't even see the thing on here because I've got the voice mod thing on, so it doesn't pick up that my microphone.
It's not
Up
doing
in,
it anymore, but it was. And it's just weird. But
Mm.
Yeah, it could have been any number of things.
Anyway.
Okay, so Sildar is obviously kind of distraught with the news, and he's he's kind of sitting silently with his hand in a fist, and he's just thinking, and he says well, obviously, we need to go north and we need to figure out where he might be. In that meantime, I can give you this. And so he reaches down back behind him and he pulls out a sack. He goes, I got this from the town master. We were trying to figure out what we could do about eliminating as much of the red brand threat as we could. And I just happened to be able to overhear most of the conversation and heard that you guys took care of a lot of that. So, here are 200 gold pieces. This is your reward for handling that.
Alright, how do we divide that?
40 each.
Well, to be fair, Vondel and Big Guy are not there. Just saying, if you wanted to do something nefarious.
That would be unethical. That would be unethical.
By the way, Taboo, Frank is not real in this world, so you don't need to reply.
Oh my god, anyway.
But they're with the youth pastor that's also a cop.
Well, youth pastor that is also a cop. Divide it as you see fit. If you're the one who is holding the coin.
If nobody else goes to take it, I'll take it and I'll start divvying it up.
While you're doing this, Sildar is scribbling a few things down, kind of hurriedly on a piece of paper. And he says, "All right. Well, clearly we have a lot more information about what we need to take care of, and how we can try to find Yarno and bring him to justice." And then he kind of turns and gets this really frustrated look, and he says, "I'm sorry, Glassstaff. We need to find Glassstaff." And so he gets up from the table and starts making his way toward the door, and he says, "There's more that I can handle here, but for the meantime, you guys know what you can do. Try to find Cragmon Castle, try to get rid of the Goblin Chieftain, and find anything you can on Glassstaff."
Understood.
Alright. So, Sildar leaves the room and goes on about his business. What do you guys want to do now?
I've given Taboo and Whitmore their monies.
Okay. Be sure to add it up, y'all.
I already done did it.
Alright.
We should probably go find Big Guy and Vondel.
Vondel.
Where's the fuck?
Okay. So you guys leave the town hall looking for Vondel and Big Guy. So now we're gonna talk to them. So Vondel makes his way over to the Lion Shield Coster while all of this has been happening. And he goes looking for Lenine. And Lenine has been she's in the shop like normal, just restocking arrows and placing out adventuring tools for people when she sees Vondel walks in. And she goes, "Well, alright. Hopefully you've got some good news for me."
Vondel, sorry. Vondel takes the quiver off of his back and sets it on the counter, and it is noticeably missing a few bolts. And
Lenine
he
just.
says,
Oh.
"Yeah, I'll need 13 more bolts. I don't know actually how many he shot. I'm just saying he needs X amount, and 13 is a good number."
Ah. Run out of bolts, huh? Well, that's got to be a good sign of something.
Well, almost. We took care of a few of those red brands. Brought one back, but my compatriots wanted to hand him over to the mayor.
Interesting. And so she's moving around and collecting bolts, packing them up. And she says, "And what about Glassstaff?"
Fortunately, he got away. He's a little trickier than we thought. He drank a potion of some sort, which made him invisible. Couldn't see him.
So Lenine is.
And I'm gonna hold up the bottle that he used, like, 'cause I picked it up. Remember?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, and I'm gonna set it on the table and like say I don't. I've never seen anything like this, but he he was there 1 second and he was gone the next.
So Lenine kind of stops stocking the bolts and she looks at the bottle. And she picks it up and she goes, Well, that sounds like something that slippery bastard would do. And so she takes the bottle and puts it under a shelf and she goes, I'll have someone take a look at this and see what we can find out about it. But in the meantime, I'm sure you understand what a threat Glassstaff is to everyone.
Yeah, he had a lot of bad people working for him. We cleared out quite a few ruffians. We even had some bugbears working for him as well.
Well, that sounds disastrous.
Yeah, but we dealt with them. And would this be a good time for John's character to walk in?
Yeah, I'd say that. So John, so big guy makes his way into the room, and just he's now in the shop. So big guy, do you do anything?
Did they notice me coming in?
Vaughn will definitely know.
Yes, 100%.
I'll stay by the door, but I'll nod at Vondel and then look over to the shopkeeper.
Vaughn will ask. So, out of character, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what kind of bullshit that Glassstaff has done to the people of this town?
You don't know. You know, I mean, you know that he was obviously the leader of the Red Brands.
Yeah, and I mean, I learned that from her, at the Lion Chip Coster. I'm gonna ask her. Do you really think that Glassstaff would come back after we've defeated all of his forces and his base was destroyed?
That's the thing about outlaws, friend. We don't know. We don't know if there are more in a different location, but we can be sure with the terror that they incited, the arsons they committed, that if they're coming back with a vengeance. Glassstaff needs to be taken care of.
That sounded pretty scripted, but anyway.
That's
Nice!
I was gonna say that's not scripted.
Well, it was sick. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm giving you props.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway. Vondel is gonna ask, well, shit, I don't know what he's gonna ask. If she knew anywhere that Glassstaff might retreat to, what is his secondary base other than the manor.
So Lenine kind of crosses her arms and thinks for a moment, and she says, "There's really not much that I could possibly tell you, other than a location called Cragmaw Castle. I have no idea where that might be, but all I know is that they are there. The red brands and their goblin minions may be there. And I have seen many instances of the red brands in town with a small little goblin minion that follows them around all the time. Fella never seems happy, and they're honestly kind of terrible to him. If you were to find the goblin and you could get him away from the red brands, you might be able to get some information out of him, but that's as much as I know."
I thank her, and I tell her that we've chased him out of this town for the time being, and that I'm sure my party will be interested in finishing the job, and that we will find this castle.
And she goes, she reaches over and grabs a quiver, the one that she was stocking with the crossbow bolts. And she says,
shit.
"Well, friend, I hope you do." And then she slides the quiver across the table to you.
And it
And
does
also-
plus 20 damage, right?
Say what?
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 Magic crossbow bolts? What?
That was a joke? That was a joke?
I didn't even hear it. But anyway, yeah. So she's giving you this quiver of crossbow bolts for free, obviously with the insinuation of use these to get this motherfucker.
Oh, cool. Well, Mondo
Big Guy's
gladly
gonna
said-
reply and say, "Sorry, what?"
Go ahead, you continue.
I was just gonna say, Big Guy's gonna say, "We will," because she said something about, "I hope you guys get him or finish the job."
And she goes, "I have no doubt that you won't."
Vondel's gonna stand up on his tippy toes, reach over the counter, shake her hand,
Oh.
and then he's going to rack the bolt that she touched and walk out.
Big Guy will wait until Vondel walks out. He's leaning against the wall, and then he will follow him once he walks out.
All right. As you guys leave the exchange, or not the exchange, sorry. As you leave the Coster, you're standing outside for a minute, and after just a moment or two, you can see the rest of the party coming out of the Town Master's Hall from, I guess, across the
Sick.
dirt street.
Do we see them?
Yeah, that was the implication. You guys walk out and you see them standing outside the Lion's Shield Coster. They see you coming out of the Town Master's Hall. Reconvene. What do you do?
Big Guy, Vondel, I've got something for you.
What's going on, Theoja?
Come here. And I will grab the money from wherever I was holding it.
I come hither.
I will put 40 gold in your hand.
I take 40 gold from her hand.
Big Guy, come here.
Oh my fucking god! All right,
Oh,
Big Guy's
so everybody gets paid. Next time you do that, you should do the Jay and Silent Bob. The
I
Put
thought
that shit in my hand.
I almost said it.
40 gold, little man.
Put that shit in my hand. Put that money. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna go into this.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that was a joke.
I don't think it was a planned joke. I just heard the song in my head.
I gotta go to that. I'll be back.
I was so close to saying it. I did.
Give me like 3 or 5 minutes.
All right, let's take a short break, and we will reconvene in just a moment.